First Take, the New England Patriots are 4.5-point underdogs for next Sunday's Super Bowl, where they will face the Seattle Seahawks in Santa Clara. Here was Stephen A. on Tuesday when we were discussing the interesting point spread.
Are the Patriots being slept on? Yes, they are. But I don't agree with him, even though I sound like I do. I'm snoring.
Wow.
I'm sleeping on them big time. Wow. Y'all ain't winning the Super Bowl. Y'all ain't winning the Super Bowl. I'm telling you to your face right now as a New England Patriot. You ain't winning the Super Bowl, okay? The reason why you shouldn't sleep on the New England Patriots is because clearly divine intervention is shining down upon them. I mean, damn, how much luck can you get? Vengeance is Seattle's. It will be exacted a week from Sunday. The Seattle Seahawks win the Super Bowl championship. And that's a big, big thing coming from me because I love Mr. Kraft.
You guys agree with Stephen A. here, Dan?
I think I lean towards Seattle. To say that they have no shot, are you implying that New England has no chance, Stephen A? I want to clear that up.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that in the end, they just understand they're going to lose. That's all I'm trying to say. It'll be a nice game. It'll be a tight game. Be competitive. They're going to lose. Seattle's going to win championship. That's all I said.
I don't disagree. I think Seattle is the better football team. I think they should be favored. But I do believe that there's a narrative out there like New England has no shot. I would say I disagree with that. The defense has been great, albeit they haven't played at Seattle, an offense like Seattle's, at least as healthy and as consistent as Seattle's. This defense has given up 36 points or 26 points in 36 drives. That's a preposterous number. That's the best number since the 2000 Ravens that went on to have an unbelievable performance in the Super Bowl. So, I think that New England's defense keeps them in this game. It's a close game. Do I think they have a shot? Absolutely. But I still believe that the Seattle Seahawks are the favored and better team.
Stephen A., man.
I don't believe. Go ahead, Ryan. Go ahead.
Yeah, like Stephen A., you be tripping. And I love you, dog. Like, you really my guy. Like, which one is it? You can't say you snoring on them, and then now when Dan asks you, be like, no, I think it's going to be a close game. That's two different. You made two different statements.
Because J. Mack was sitting next to me, a former New England Patriot, so I had to accentuate my point. You understand? Because he had hope. He was sitting next to me just a couple of feet away from me with hope, RC, and you know I wanted to ruin that hope. That's why my verbiage was what it was.
Okay, well, how about this?
Talking to you all, you understand, is a little bit different.
Right. 98 Broncos played the Packers. They were, I think, like double-digit underdogs. They won that game. John Elway, right? I think that's like, that's Helicopter Elway, right? Yes. Helicopter Elway. The Pats beat the greatest show on turf. Nobody expected that. I believe that was in Tom Brady's second year in the league. Now we're also on Drake May's second year in the league. And so it does happen. The last time the Patriots went to the Super Bowl one time and they had won 18 games out of 18 games, and they lost to Eli Manning them, which is the only reason we're making the Eli Manning should be in the Hall of Fame argument.
Hall of Fame Eli Manning?
Yeah, like without that, like this doesn't happen. And so, Stephen A., to say that the New England Patriots have no chance is not only ludicrous and ridiculous, it's actually false. This team's given up 8.7 points a game in the playoffs, only 210 yards. The only team that through the playoffs that have given up less are the Baltimore Ravens in 2000. The 2002 Buccaneers gave up more than this. LOB in 2013 gave up more than this. And those are historic playoff runs. And I don't care. I get it. Justin Herbert has never played good in the playoffs, never been a big game quarterback, but they only scored 3 points. And the dude is extremely talented. Yeah, they had backup tackles, but they exploited them. There's no trio, even the trio in Seattle, which is amazing, of Reek Woolen and Devin Witherspoon and Nick Emanwari, who should be the Rookie of the Year. They ain't a trio playing better than Gonzalez, Davis, and Jones. Yeah. They ain't two inside guys playing like Barmore and also Milton Williams. And so to say that this team doesn't have a chance with an MVP candidate, an all-star coach, and a defense playing at the highest level is absolutely ridiculous.
It's buffoonery, Stephen A.
Well, thank you, dear Abby, with the black hoodie, making everybody feel good this morning. RC, I don't give a damn. Talk about ludicrous. I always call you. You want me to call you Preacher Clark or whatever? Because you're always making people feel good. You're so inspirational.
I'm telling the truth.
Foxborough Spurs loving you. Let me retort.
All right,
Let me tell you something right now. Their defense is elite. I got that part. But here's the deal, y'all. They were playing against the Los Angeles Chargers squad. Offensive line was compromised. You're going up against a Houston Texans team that wasn't much offensively, and that's even when you had Nico Collins, which you did at that game, and Schultz goes down in the second quarter. Then you go to the AFC Championship game, and Jarrett Stidham was your quarterback, and I told y'all about that, right? So you had a backup quarterback in the NFC Championship game. You had a guy in C.J. Stroud that's been struggling, and he was bereft of the weapons that he customarily was having, and we all know what Justin Herbert has looked like come postseason time. The man ain't won a playoff game yet, and their offensive line was compromised. Now, you're going up against the Seattle squad. Their defense is even more elite than New England's defense, and we know New England's defense is big time, and Seattle's is better. What's New England going to do offensively? That is the question mark. And we've seen them struggle in the postseason offensively. So what I'm deducing is you ain't going to be able to score. I'm praying it's not going to be,
you're taking Sam
Super Bowl
Darnold.
like it was a couple of years ago.
You're banking on Sam Darnold. You're banking on Sam.
We'll do more of this. We'll do more of this next week.
I don't have a problem saying that now because he's proven that.
I want to say Orlovsky was telling us Andrew Luck, but we're going to go with Phillip Rivers.
The correct answer is Phillip Rivers.
Let's go!
They got him in the divisional round in the Marlon McCree game. They got him in the 2007 AFC title game. And then again in the 2018 divisional round. Gentlemen, well done.
Danny O, wrong again.
Yeah,
Hey,
classic
you guys-
Dan.
Worth
Did you guys
phone a
cheat?
friend.
Did you guys cheat?
Absolutely.
There was somebody on that.
L's for Dan Orlovsky today.
Somebody
on Get
at
Up.
this
It's
desk
tough.
was criticizing you guys of cheating.
Wow.
Just so
That's an accusation.
They're going back and forth. I'm like, man, Phillip Rivers. Like, there were a couple between 05 and 08.
Yeah.
And then I know it was around one of his last
no.
years playing. Around one of the last years I was in the league. So I was like, oh, that's
18.
3 right there.
You did play in the league.
You're
Well, I
nine.
remember that.
He
You're
did.
not-
He
Yeah,
played in
it
the
was
league.
like 9-10
Yeah.
years.
Hey, but
You're
hey,
nine.
Hawk, he
Never
didn't get a
got to
great
that
cup.
double digit though.
Didn't get a great cut, but he was in the league.
Beat Phillip Rivers 3 times in the playoffs. Not worthy of the Hall of Fame first ballot.
No. And if you remember one of those, remember they're doing the lights out dance in midfield? That did not go over well in San Diego. Let's go to the story there. There was accusations of cheating here in that last segment. Let's go to Bill Belichick and talk about his Hall of Fame status because that's what the story was all day yesterday. Tom Brady chimed in on the absurd fact that Bill Belichick is not a first ballot Hall of Famer. Take a listen to Brady.
I don't understand it. I mean, I was with them every day. If he's not a first ballot Hall of Famer, there's really no coach that should ever be a first ballot Hall of Famer, which is completely ridiculous because people deserve it, and he's incredible. There's no coach I'd ever want to play for. I'd rather play for. If I'm picking one coach to go out there to win a Super Bowl, give me one season, I'm taking Bill Belichick. So that's enough said.
All right, then there were accusations that Kraft had something to do with it. So Robert Kraft comes out with a statement. He says, whatever perceptions may exist about any personal differences between Bill and me, I strongly believe Bill Belichick's record and body of work speak for themselves. He's the greatest coach of all time, and he unequivocally deserves to be a unanimous first ballot Pro Football Hall of Famer. And then there's a fellow Hall of Fame coach. Well, not a fellow one, but a Hall of Fame coach, and that's Jimmy Johnson. Pat McAfee and the boys had him on yesterday on this here network. Take a listen to Jimmy.
Every voter is going to say, I voted for him, which is bullshit. A bunch of them are lying. No one knows the history of the NFL more than Bill Belichick. And it just pissed me off that it wasn't a slam dunk, him going into the Hall of Fame. And, I thought it was going to be an automatic. So I chartered a jet. I was going to go up there. To hell with it. I'm not going this year.
Jimmy!
Yep.
This can't be what this becomes.
Jimmy's boycotting Canton, and a lot of people are upset. Adam, you were fantastic in the first hour breaking this down. But as the texts and the conversations marinate over a day, what do you think, on this whole situation?
Well, the Pro Football Hall of Fame came out with a statement yesterday saying that they're going to review this and that they're going to hold voters, members of the selection committee, accountable if they believe there are any violation of the voting bylaws. And I think what they meant by that is the fact that all this has been so public this week. These are supposed to be confidential conversations and votes. And here it is with Don Van Natta and Seth Wickersham reporting that Bill Belichick did not get entrance into the Pro Football Hall of Fame as a first ballot Hall of Famer, and that triggers a whole swirl of controversy. The Hall of Fame has never looked like this and has never been through a situation where it's gotten this much attention over an issue that has become such a lightning rod issue. So it doesn't look good for the Pro Football Hall of Fame. It doesn't look good for the voters who did it. And as I said in the first hour, in the brief time that I was a voter in my early 30s, when you were voting, I always remember the veteran voices in that room. Will McDonough, Ira Miller, some of the great people that I was honored to be around. They said, can you write the history of the game without this individual? When you're voting, that's what you should think. Can you write the history of the game without this individual? And there's no way to write the history of the game of pro football without Bill Belichick. And yet, here we are, not a first ballot Hall of Famer.
Just to clarify for everyone at home, you're not, as a voter, you vote, you do your thing, you're not supposed to speak about it to anybody, right? So then you've got Van Natta and Seth Wickersham, great reporters, the both of them. They get this story before the announcement. That's the violation that the Pro Football Hall of Fame is assuming, that someone leaked the news.
That's correct. That seems to be one of the things that they're concerned about, not to mention the fact that it's made a mockery of the way this vote was conducted. Not only is Bill Belichick denied entry first ballot, which is an egregious mistake, but you also push back the selection of other people because there's one coach that goes in every year.